Freshman 15.
Hi, I'm Catherine Hart, and this is Freshman 15 101. Along with some information, we'll be having Naomi Hart as our guest as she shares her story with us.
How did you experience the Freshman 15, or did you experience the Freshman 15?
I gained 20 pounds instead of 15.
We all have heard of it, but what is Freshman 15? Well, according to freshman15.com, it is a phenomenon of how college students gain weight their first year attending a college or university. As with any type of change, transition from one school to other might not be always easy. In the book Infants, Children, and Adolescence, Laura Burke states that with each change, academic achievement becomes more serious. Adolescents may experience an identity crisis, and they must readjust their feelings of self-confidence and self-worth. But transitioning from high school to college means breaking apart from the rules and regulations set by your parents, meaning that you, freshmen, are able to go where you want, do what you feel like doing, and drink and eat what you please.
Are you leaving your parents' house and going on your own? Did that have anything to do with it?
Yes, because there wasn't somebody like making meals at home that had like healthy stuff in it, and nobody making me eat something healthy. Like I could just eat whatever I want, and candy and...
At home, parents usually set a dinner schedule and choose what's being served. At college, you have different choices for each meal, and as Naomi said, there's no one to tell you what's healthy or not. Usually students tend to eat what sounds good at the moment, not worrying about the nutritional aspects of the food. This must sound like the ultimate freedom for you, but independency comes with great responsibility.
I gained weight because I sat around and watched TV instead of exercise. It was hard to eat healthy in a dorm room because everything that you can make with a microwave has lots of sodium, and it's just easier to snack on junk food.
College offers many temptations, from eating french fries and ice cream for dinner to not doing anything at all. On the other hand, as mentioned before, it is also a time of change, and the stress of acclimating to school can trigger overeating, as explained in kidshealth.org. There are many causes to gaining those 15 pounds. Stress, anxiety, homesickness, sadness, the lack of exercise, those late dinners or late night snacks that you think will help you to fuel late night study sessions, the unhealthy food like hot dogs, pizza, hamburgers, etc., and of course, drinking excessively amounts of alcohol. As learned over the chapters of life and the Infants, Children's, and Adolescent book by Laura Burke, girls are more susceptible to gain those 15 pounds that guys are. Girls are most likely to gain weight on hips, thighs, breast, butt, and stomach, versus the guys who gain weight around the waist and belly.
Freshmen might not gain the full 15 pounds, and that sounds like good news, but it's not. Doctors at kidshealth.org are concerned that students who gradually put on pounds are establishing a weight gain that could spell trouble if it continues.
Why should you worry about it? Well, just because poor diet and exercise habits in college could start a path that could lead to heart disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity, or cancer. Now, some weight gain is normal as an adolescence, body grows and metabolism shifts, but pronounced or rapid weight gain may become a problem. You might be asking yourself, what can I do to avoid the curse of Freshman 15? Well, here are a couple of tips. Learn about nutrition. Go to a nutrition counselor in your school and learn how to make good choices at your dining hall or cafeteria. Watch your alcohol consumption. I mean, they don't call it the beer belly for no reason. Exercise 30 minutes daily. You could run up and down the stairs. That's a great workout. And you know that phrase, running late to class? Make it believable. Run to class. And as a monarch, you can get into the zoo for free, so take advantage of it and power walk through it. And even if you just walk the zoo, you're walking 1.20 miles, burning approximately 108 calories. That's more than 3,000 steps. Also, you already have those heavy books. Use them to help you. And not just studying, exercise with them. Get enough sleep, setting a regular sleeping schedule.
So as Naomi said, it's really hard to just make a meal in your dorm because you only have a refrigerator and a microwave. But what you actually can do is have healthy snacks. So instead of having your delicious Dunkin' Donuts luncheon, then you can probably substitute that with some grapes, which actually they're very inexpensive And depending on the groceries where you buy it from, if you have like a grocery card, it's actually less than the price that it will actually be. And they're very healthy. They're still sweet, so it will take out, you know, that sweet tooth craving that you have. And also, instead of having peanut butter and jelly, you can actually substitute that with an apple, and it will take less than 5 seconds. Well, probably like 10, but you can just cut the apples in big slices and then have these ones with some lime and hot sauce, or if you don't like that, you can have my husband's favorite, which is just apples and peanut butter. And also, instead of buying just the crunchy peanut butter, then you can buy healthier kind, like this almond all-natural butter, and it's still crunchy and tastes really, really good. And it's the same thing with the jelly. Instead of buying just the regular preserves, then you can buy this organic jelly or preserves, fruit spreads. And then besides that, I mean, having a lot of fruits and vegetables around your dorm, it will also really help. For example, a watermelon, that was only $1.59, and it's a lot of it, so you can just put it in the refrigerator for later on. And then also having some, necessarily you have to have all the sweets and candy and chocolate and everything. I mean, you can do a really nice and quick salad by just having some spinach and put them in the plate, and then slicing a tomato, which really takes no more than literally 5 seconds. And then you can just put it over it along with your apple, and then just drizzle some olive oil along with a little bit of salt, pepper, and if you do like lime, you can either add just a touch of lime. So it's a quick salad, less than literally a minute, and it actually is really, really healthy for you. Just not because it's all greens and vegetables, but also because the olive oil that you put in there instead of just like a regular salad dressing. So go green and not recycling, but by eating more green.
As shown in the video before, eating healthy snacks help, and they're really yummy if you try them. Also, keeping a journal of the food you eat might be extremely helpful. All these little tips might sound like common sense, but you'll be surprised with the amount of freshmen who gets hit by the curse of freshman 15.
Okay, so along with your other freshman classmates or the other people that you knew, did you notice that everyone else gained weight, or was it just you?
I noticed a lot of people gained weight.
Going to McDonald's and getting your delicious double cheeseburgers and snacks. When did you finally realize that you were gaining some weight and start doing something about it?
I noticed when my clothes started to not fit and my jeans got really tight. And I had to start buying clothes in a larger size. And I started eating healthy. If I do go grocery shopping, then I buy lots of fruits or vegetables to snack on instead of like chips and pop and stuff. And then I started eating more at the cafeteria. Instead of spending $5 for a value meal, I can pay $2.30 at mine and have like all kinds of options and all kinds of fruit, and there's vegetables and juice and whatever.
Do they still have like hamburgers and pizza and hot dogs and? They
have all of that, but you can just as easily go to the other side of the line, so you don't even have to look at it and be tempted by it.
Is it hard to not be tempted by it?
Not really. Because, once you start eating healthy, you don't really want unhealthy food.
In my personal opinion, the biggest reason for freshman 15 is the following.
So realistically, what would you prefer, an apple or some fries?
I would choose the French fries because they're salty.
I choose fries because he wants to eat.
I would have picked the French fries because they were more filling.
I picked the apple because green apples are.
I picked the French fries because they're easier to eat than the apple.
Thank you all for coming, and hopefully you learn what to do and what to avoid in your first year of college.